So, one thing that I've learned over the years of journaling is that journal and planner piece are all completely subjective and will depend on you as a person how to get to it and what you need to get there. Here are a few things that I think have helped me find journal and planner piece over the years. The first one is that things are ever changing in my life, which means that things are going to be changing in my systems. Basically, what I'm trying to say is instead of me changing with planners, the planners and journals should be changing with me and dependent on me. Number two is journal practice over journal/planner product. Something that I've realized about myself in particular is that a lot of times what needs to change isn't the product, but it's the way I'm using the product. The way I'm indexing, the way I'm writing, and things like that, and not necessarily the products themselves. A lot of times I've realized it's not actually because an A5 is too big or an A6 is too small, and it's not because of the grid paper, the blank paper, the dot grid, or the GSM. A lot of times it's just a me thing, and that things need to be a little bit refreshed in my system for me to move forward. Maybe I need a new way of habit tracking. Maybe I need a new way of structuring my journals. Maybe I need a new way of planning out my content, so on and so forth, and not necessarily the product themselves. Number three, and I will always do this, is sometimes I fall for the okey doke. In other words, sometimes I will absolutely break my buying ban. Sometimes I'll fall for consumerism and capitalism and I will go buy something I really don't need. But that does not mean I need to berate myself about it. I have a problem where I will fall into planner culture and journal culture, and then I'll tell myself I need to buy something when I really, really don't. And then I go buy it, and then it sits on my shelf, sits in a box or a tub or something, and it never gets used until one day I'm like, you know what? I should really probably use these planners and journals that I have not touched. Number four is everyone's version of peace will look different. Maybe your version of journal and planner piece is having 8,000 journals, 8,000 planners in one system. Maybe your version of peace is having one notebook, one planner, and everything being filled up in there. Maybe you like diving into culture around planners and journals, and you like trying new things, and that is your version of peace. Maybe you don't enjoy that, and your version of peace is actually I am not going to involve myself in social media, in planner culture, in journal culture, and whatever. And I'm going to stick to this one regular, degular, schmegular book I always have and always will. Because one thing I do not enjoy about the planner and journal community is that some people in it can be very much big headed about how they do things and think that because they do it a certain way and it's different than somebody else's, that means somebody else's is ridiculous, it's stupid, and it doesn't work. It may not work for you, but it's working for that person, so it should not matter. Just because somebody on TikTok, someone on YouTube are saying that this system didn't work for them does not mean it can't work for you.